It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Nemeton Brewing Company in the Netherlands, and it's a bottle of their Blood Ritual series. This is the number 4, and it is a dry hopped stout. It's an Imperial Stout at 11% ABV. They promise on the side of the label that no blood was used in the making of this beer. Black bottle cap. Without further ado, let's get the beer out into a glass, see what we get. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Loads of smoke on the bottle opening. Wow, that cap really came off. It's 28 IBUs. Here we go. Oh, have a listen. Have a listen, have a look at that! Looks like this beer's got a great body on it, good levels of carbonation rolling up the side of the glass. I promise you my glass is clean. Normally when you get carbonation hugging the side of the glass, it means you've got a dirty glass. But I promise you that's not the case. It's just come out of the dishwasher. I don't know what's going on there. Jet black beer in the glass. Let's get the aroma. Whew. Lots of roasted malt, lots of tannin, like leather, chocolate, coffee, caramel, red wine, vinous flavours, plums and figs and prunes. Smells like a cracker. Let's dive into this one. Cheers. Oh, wow. Loads and loads. God blimey, they've used loads of roasted malt in that beer. When you normally brew an Imperial Stout, or any kind of stout for that matter, when you roast the malt and you use that roasted malt in the beer, usually it's no more than, I would say, 8%. I think about 8% of the roasted malt goes into the beer. The rest is like either crystal malt or some red malt or something, because you're only looking to create sugar, and you're only looking to create flavour and of course alcohol. The sugar of course gets eaten up by the yeast and turns into alcohol, but yeah, you're looking to do two things. You're looking for a bit of body and you're looking for some flavour, and of course to get that 11% ABV beer there. So by going more, when you start adding more roasted malt to the grain bill, then a certain astringency starts coming through. It's like, whoa, really kind of like, whoa, chocolate, coffee, caramel, loads of roasted malty flavours coming through, and it's a massive bitterness. Even though they've only said, I think they said 30 IBUs, 28 IBUs. That's the hopping. That's the amount of hops they put into the beer for the bitterness. The amount of roasted malt is just out kind of smashed that out of the kind of baseball park, if you like. Carbonation pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth. There is a little bit of sweetness to combat that bitterness. Let's get back in. I'm still breathing coffee, and that's from the roasted malt. Let's dive in again. It's turbocharged. Turbocharged like vinous flavours. It's like massive amounts of plum and massive amounts of fig and prune and then roasted malts, that bitterness and astringencies on the back of the palate. Oh, blimey. Chocolate coffee caramel on steroids. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who will love this style of beer. They'll love all that roasted malt. They'll love the astringency. It's, in all honesty, for me, if I'm here to do a job and that's to review beer on YouTube and for you to trust me in what I'm saying, I think there needs to be a lot more balance in the beer. There needs to be kind of a lot less of that malt that's gone. Maybe if they brew it again, they can drop that roasted malt, change the grain bill up a bit, so they drop the roasted malt a little bit. Maybe, I don't know, maybe take 5% away. Because it's just like, poof, it just smacks you around the chops. Sweetness to begin with, a little bit of sweetness. Massive amounts of bitterness on the back end, but that's all roasted malt, trust me. Whoa, blimey. But on the plus side, lovely creamy depth to it. Lovely mouthfeel, good carbonation. And the more I'm drinking it now, the more I'm getting used to it, because naturally your palate adjusts to like crazy flavours. Your palate will naturally adjust to it to try and get used to it, try and process what's going on in your mouth, sends all them kind of messages to your brain. It's interesting. It's really interesting. Pardon me. From ancient history, it is known that of all rituals, the Druidic blood ritual was very important. Druids believed that death was only a pause in a very long life of reincarnating souls. The sacrificial offering of a human spilling his blood honoured the gods. This dark and sinister ritual brings us to this beer, a really dark and heavy dry hop stout. Bitter and hoppy, but with balance and pleasant mouthfeel. No blood was used in this beer and no humans were harmed, of course, in the process. Please enjoy and experience Blood Ritual. 11% ABV, not for the faint-hearted. It is a big old beast of a beer. I'm gonna rate it. It looks good. It smells good. Pardon me. It tastes like bonkers. I'm not gonna start slating the beer. I'm not gonna start going, you know. I'm just gonna say maybe drop the malt bill, the roasted malt bill down a little bit in the next brew. Just to balance it off just a little bit more. I like that enough to give it a 6 out of... It is a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 from Real Craft Beer. Thank you very much to Nemeton Brewing Company for sending me the beer. I hope you appreciate my honesty in this video. Thanks for watching. Put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.